Welcome back. We are here. It is Saturday afternoon at the Hawaii Star Ball 30th anniversary, and I am here with, I don't even know how to describe you. You wear all the hats. This is Roland. For those of you who don't know him, it's because he's behind the scenes making sure that everything happens on time. But you're like the SOS for the competitions. Like, when in doubt, call Roland.
Right. Yeah, a lot of it happens that way, but I guess the easiest way is ballroom management.
Okay.
So that's an easier way to look at it.
I love it. Absolutely. So break down a little bit, if you can. What does that mean? Like, what you kind of almost created this position a little bit from lots of different positions that were hired, right?
Yeah, so it's set up, tear down, awards, daily runnings, doing things that just need to be done, and things that we never even think about that need to be done as dancers, because when you go to a comp to dance, you just show up and dance. But there's a lot of moving parts, and a lot of times there's things that fall through the cracks, and I'm there to catch it.
That's it. You're the best. You've got the wide wingspan to catch everything that we need.
It's unfortunate, but sometimes it's major things that we forget, like top awards. We've had that one once this year, so things happen, and we're just here to take care of it.
I was literally going to ask you, like, what's the craziest thing that organizer has asked you to do that you can share? If it's okay, if you can share.
Oh, I had to drive to a city that I had never heard of, and I wasn't living in California at the time. And I got there, and I didn't know where I was going, so I parked in the street to go get the awards. So probably that, because they didn't explain to me that you have to drive behind an apartment complex to go to this awards shop.
That sounds like a meetup with a Craigslist purchase or something like that.
It was kind of terrifying, yeah.
You do how many comps a year?
Competitions, 30 to 40, but total events, this year I have 48. Last year this year I have 44. Last year I had 48.
You know, we have people in the industry that they dance and they do as much that kind of thing, or professional dancers who are on the road all the time with their students and with their own dancing. It is a choice of a lifestyle to be able to be on the road all the time. I just want to know, like, when do you do laundry and where do you do it?
That's a good question. So I get to go home usually 1 to 2 days a week, sometimes less. So a lot of times when I fly into a city, I'll just Uber to a laundromat and do my laundry there, and then Uber back to the hotel. But yeah, I have
doing your laundry all over the world.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it just depends. But I mean, I have 4 days at home in the month of September. Yeah.
But listen, right now you find yourself in Hawaii. Not a bad gig, right?
Right.
How does it feel when you get to have kind of these, a lot of it can be a blur. You know what I mean? We see each other. We're like, hey, on to the next. But you get to a point sometimes where you're like at a competition like this, and we get to kind of like zoom out a little bit and really appreciate the lifestyle that we get to live and what we get to do. As crazy as it can be, we're pretty grateful for what we get to do. You know what I mean? And the organizers that we get to work with that really appreciate the service that you offer, because what you do is so specific, and you become the confidant and the trustworthy person. Sometimes you need to go into their room and grab something. They need to know that they can trust you. Right. What does it mean to be able to be that person to someone?
It's a good question. I never thought about it.
I do. I think about it all the time because, like, I used to be that for my dad and Kasha when they did Gatsby, and it was like, literally, they can't ask anyone to do some of these tasks because that would be weird.
Yeah. I never thought about it, but I mean, when an organizer hands you their room key and $40,000 and says, go put this in my safe, here's my safe code, I guess it does say something about the kind of person you are, because they wouldn't just hand that to anybody.
But that's it. But they need to be able to have someone, it's like an accountant or a trustworthy person. I guess in daily life, you have a financial advisor for wealthy people, right? But you are that person that is able to make sure that everything not only runs smoothly, but you also can do the things so they can be the face. You help them be the face and be confident enough to know that things behind the scenes are handled. And that's very important. There's a lot of skills that goes into that job, I think.
There is, and a lot of times when you have new organizers, I tell them, like, stop working, go talk to people. Just get out of here, don't touch it, leave, go talk to your students, because they're the ones that you need to be dealing with, not me.
Because the new organizers, they want to do everything. They're very eager and motivated, which is so fabulous, but that's why you're here, is to be able to kind of they can be hands-off and really be the face because that's who everyone's here to see.
Right, and I mean, honestly, they don't need to be putting stickers on medals. Like, go to the students, please. Like, I can have a kid do it with me, you know, find someone to help, but really, it's not their position to be doing.
Totally. Well, listen, I just want to thank you because, you know, we've been friends for a while. I know what you do behind the scenes. I've done your job at very few comps. I cannot do it like the way that you do it by any means, but it is, I think a lot of people would agree with me and say that we're extremely grateful for what you provide to this industry. You do so much, and I just felt like you needed, you know, to be highlighted a little bit because you are behind the scenes a lot more, which is what gives everyone a chance to be so confidently. But, you know, I mean, there's a reason we can all do what we do sometimes, and a lot of it has to do with go talk to Roland.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Yeah. A lot of times that's what it is. I don't know. Go see Roland.
Go see Roland. Every time I talk to Roland, I don't know. Go see Roland.
It's true. It's true.
Did you get a chance to go at least dip in the pool a little?
I walked on the beach yesterday a little bit. Yeah.
Take a moment, take it all in, appreciate what you do, because we appreciate you.
Too, so I'll be out there.
Awesome. Thank you, and we will be back. Mahalo.